Well, hello there, YouTubers. Once again, this is the Code Emporium, and today we will be doing for loops, which is the third video in this set of Java programming tutorials. For loop is pretty much just when you want to execute a number, like a statement, a number of times. So let's make something really simple. You're going to start off with for, hence the name of the loop, and you have two parentheses. Then you have squiggly brackets and squiggly brackets. Now, in between those parentheses, you're going to have three things. An initialization, so actually let's initialization, a semicolon, then a semicolon, and then the max, I suppose, and then the update, no semicolon. Alright, so for the initialization, pretty much you're setting a variable equal to 0. So let's go with, it's always a integer, so int I equals 0. It doesn't necessarily have to be an integer, but most of the time it is. And then the update is always incrementing or decrementing, so it can either be I equal I plus 1 or minus 1, depending on which way you want to go. And then a shortcut for that, if you just want to do 1 plus 1 or minus 1, is plus plus. That means I equal I plus 1, or minus minus is the opposite. So we're going to do plus plus, and then the max would be as long as, or I'm sorry, it would be the condition. That's what I was thinking of. So I is less than 10. So it'll go 10 times, right? Because 10 and then 1 through 9. So we're going to say system.out.println, and let's just see like what number we're on. So let's do regular print, and then we're going to have I, which is the variable up here, plus, and then we're going to have a space. And then we're going to compile this, save it, try compiling again, then we're going to run it. See, and then it tells us each time where I is at. So this can be really helpful in case you want to say, like, I don't know, you want to repeat a certain statement many times, and then that's the for loop. Now, in the last video, I said that I'm doing multiple loops. So here's the other type of loop. It is called a while. So it's called a while loop. So let's do public class while loops. Public static void main string args, two brackets. Alright, so the while loop is pretty self-explanatory, just like the for loop. The first the keyword is called it's called while, hence the name of the loop, just like in for. Except here with the while loop, like I said, it's very self-explanatory. It's while something is true, it'll work. So what we're gonna do is while I is less than 10, we're gonna have brackets, and then it'll do something. So let's say system.out.print I plus, so do the same effect. But here we have to say int I equals 0 before the while loop. Otherwise it'll give us an error. Now we're going to compile it. We're going to save this one, compile it, take off all that. Run. And see, what happened was we did something wrong. What has to happen is I plus plus at the end of the loop, and that otherwise it'll just keep going on forever. So it's pretty much just to give you an example of what would happen if you forgot something, if you forgot to have the increment. So it's the condition up here, then the update, and then the initialization is before the loop. So you're going to compile again, and then run, And there you go, now it'll work. Alright, so I'm still deciding what I'm going to do in the next video, but there will be a next video. See you then. Goodbye, YouTube.